welcome to This Very Moment Collective. You are right on time whenever you're watching this. This reading is timeless, so we'll be tapping into our spirit guides, our angels, the universe, to see what spirit has for us in this very moment. My Etsy shop is in the description if you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, manifestation candles burned on my altar. All that stuff is there on Etsy, and we shall see what spirit has for us today. So right away, I'm picking up on a strong energy of you kind of going ghost. It feels like you're harder to reach, harder to access. And this is honestly really infuriating someone who has had access to you for a long time. And I'm also picking up for some of you, this person didn't even take advantage of the fact that they had access to you for such a long time. They're now all of a sudden getting hyped up, feeling like they can or they want to do all of this once the opportunity is seeming to get out of reach and pass them by. So we have moving and anger. Moving in, it says moving in together, getting a new home, or going away. For the majority of you, definitely feeling like this is an energy of you moving away. This could be you moving on subconsciously. This could be you moving on physically. It can be, different manifestations. So it could be like some of you are moving physically and it's like, all right, well, you had an opportunity to be my friend, to be my romantic partner, to build a friendship, to build a connection, something more, to build a life. You had that opportunity for some of you weeks, months, some of you years. Didn't take advantage of it, was lax about it, just kind of like, oh, whatever, just sitting on their laurels. And then now that you're moving, whether that's your thoughts are moving away from them so they're not receiving as much of your energy anymore, or whether that's you moving to a new city so they're literally losing physical access to you, whatever way that is manifesting for you, the moving energy, this person is feeling rage about it. Anger, it says having resentment, under pressure, and explosive temper. So this person is oddly wanting you to have sympathy for them without explaining what they're actually going through. It's like they haven't given you a real opportunity to help them or to even just do anything on your end that could naturally make things easier for them, whether that's about like easier for them to process or, easier for them to come together, and harmonize with you. This person is like really frustrated that you don't have empathy for them, even without communicating what's going on or that they're even angry. This person really does expect you to read their mind. Maybe you have a spiritual connection. We did get the mirror card here, tapping into a little bit of twin flame energy. For a small portion of you, this could be a twin flame connection or, spiritual connection to some capacity. And this person thinks that literally means that the universe is forever going to conspire to bring you together. There's only so long that the universe is going to do that, unless there's a higher purpose, especially if someone's getting hurt in the process, and especially if someone is calling out for help for their angels, for spirit to get them out of that situation. Spirit's not going to keep, making you available to someone, even if you have a spiritual path or connection. Spirit will divinely remove you from that situation and even, invoke some different karmic contracts that can do the same thing if someone is really creating damage. So this person thought you were very similar. The difference, though, I do feel, collective, that you have outdone this person in terms of your personal growth. So it seems like both of you have been through a similar situation or felt the same at some point. And this person feels like because you're so alike, or because you resonate, because you grew up in the same environment, or because you may have a similar struggle, because you can understand where they're at, they feel like almost like you should just put up with whatever comes with where they're at mentally. But the thing about you is you have made it even further. It's like you have started to at least transmute some of the things that you've gone through, so you don't kind of make it everyone else's, problem. And you don't expect people to deal with you when you're in a, shite mood or whatever, what have you. If anything, you may even go out of your way to, make sure you're not around too many people when you're really kind of going through it. So people don't have to deal with that. And that is the difference between you and this person. So they're feeling all of this anger because you guys resonated with each other on some level. They're taking that in a weird way. They're taking it as if you should read their thoughts. You know, they feel like you should understand exactly where they're at emotionally, mentally, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they like, what they don't like. They feel like you should understand all of that because you resonated deeply on some specific level or on some specific topic. So now that you're kind of over it and opening yourself up to new things, new people, new connections, whatever direction your life is going in, and you're not stuck on them and their anger and their resentment, whatever, this person is livid. We do have toxicity and protection. I can't show the toxicity card. It has she holding a pew pew. Like, girl, she's holding out on that card, so I don't want to, trigger anything, so I won't show it. But we have toxicity here, and then we have the protection card. So it's like spirit has come in divinely quickly. I'm getting an image of like archangels rushing. So like Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel coming in, rushing in to protect you, and for some of you to take you out of alignment with this person or the situation, whatever it is that they're bringing into your life. We do have love, fear, and baby maker. So for a small portion of you, this person could have tried to start a family with you to seal the deal. Ultimately, they feel vulnerable. Ultimately, they feel triggered. I feel like what it is maybe this person didn't expect to meet someone that they could connect with romantically. Maybe they didn't expect to meet someone that they can trust in this way or that they would resonate with in this way. So now that that's available through their connection with you, they have this fear, and it causes them to, I feel like they're in between fighting it. I definitely feel like there is a reason that you met this person, though. We got the High Priestess and the Nine of Wands with the Ten of Swords reversed. This is like, I've been through what you've been through. I've seen, I can see the other side of what you're going through now because I'm there. I've worked through this energy and I'm continuing to build a life for myself, and it's not all humdrum. It's like this person, they can see through you that even if, so say for an example, you guys really bonded on the fact that your parents had a toxic relationship. Maybe they went through a divorce and, all the things that can just trickle down to the kids from that experience. Maybe that's what you connected about. But you have learned to believe in love again, and you're open to being in love, even though you've seen an example or your first example of love and partnership was toxic. You've moved past that. This person is very much still burdened by that. So I feel like this connection has a spiritual purpose because you could help this person quite a bit. You could help them so, so, so much. Think about how much more you believe you can accomplish and how much more you have accomplished since you've been set free from whatever held you back or whatever you've been through in life. This person could have that as well. So you likely really look at this person and see all their potential. And it's like, I know that it gets better. It got better for me. There's so much more that you can have and experience. Spirit, what was the purpose of this connection? What happened? Okay. So as far as what happened, we have the Six of Cups reversed, the Death card reversed. We got the Page of Swords that has just come out. We have the Nine of Cups reversed as well. I feel like this person sabotaged hardcore, like so hard, yet Death card reverse wouldn't let you go. So that whole back and forth process kind of created some damage. And, it feels like you're moving on. It feels like you're moving forward. This person doesn't have access to you as much anymore. And, there's no one that they can look around and point fingers at. Whoever is around them, I do feel like that person is receiving some bad treatment. So if you feel like you've heard anything toxic from their family, from their friends, I don't feel like that was them trying to gas you up. I do feel like they're 100% being honest. Without you being there, this negative energy got projected onto their mother, onto their friends. They had a, horrible attitude hanging out. It's like, friends didn't really want this person to hang around so much anymore, barely tolerated them, or maybe they feel obligated because they have seen when this person has been in a better spot, and it's like, I know it can get there. Friends, family, they can see the potential too. So if you had like a mom tell you, he seems like he's in such a better energy. He gets up, he does this, he does that. He's doing so much better with you. I know I'm just picking up a random message flying through that someone is salty that their mom said that. You feel like it was manipulative, but I am picking up on a different side of that. I am picking up that they're being honest. They're not getting bit at as much anymore. They're not biting that hand that feeds them. So you really have made a transformation, but what they don't understand is behind closed doors, you're just bearing the brunt of that. So it definitely is kind of a mind F for sure, but let me at least bring you some sort of solace in telling you that I don't see that those people were lying to you. They really did see a transformation. It's just that the transformation happened because you were kind of taking on a lot of that energy and maybe transmuting it or hiding it for them, allowing them to appear like a better person or in better spirits or something like that. But yeah, as far as what happened, I feel like they completely self-sabotage. We got the 9 of Cups reversed. We have the 6 of Cups reversed. So I feel like Spirit intentionally connected you with someone where 6 of Cups, you have similar upbringings or you've experienced similar things in the past, specifically things that hurt you. 9 of Cups reversed depleted you, made you feel down, made you feel however you felt. Low, not worthy, or feeling like you don't have it all together. I feel like that was intentional. Page of Swords. So both of you could really move forward and start something new, do something new, change the narrative. Swords is about action and communication. So Page of Swords is like, you know what? Let me see this from a different perspective. And that perspective will allow me to take aligned action with the future that I want, not the past that I was given. And Death card reversed, this person has ultimately just been kind of stuck in a loop. So, this person now, they're feeling so frustrated. Let's get more of their feelings or more of that. Spirit, where are they now? Mentally, emotionally. What do they want now? What are they trying to do? For some of you, this person is trying to hurry up and get their money up, not their funny up, because they feel like that is something that they can leverage to look at as something valuable on your end. They feel like that's something that can excite you and tantalize you to, kind of getting closer to them. For some of you, we got the getaway card. This person is planning a romantic getaway, feeling like, it's so weird to be in this position where you're stuck in a loop. And it's like you can't see how bad you're sabotaging when you're stuck in that loop. They're kind of throwing whatever they can at the wall and trying to see what sticks. Money, it says money is an issue, financial support, settlement, or alimony. Maybe for a small portion of you, there could have been a divorce that had to happen, or maybe all these feelings that they have, or this resentment, this anger is triggered by maybe if they were married before, that partner left them. Getaway, it says vacationing together, much needed break and romantic retreat. So yeah, for some of you, this person, they're looking at themselves and their behavior and they're seeing, okay, I don't want to be like this either, but I also need a change. I don't know what kind of change, but I need a change of pace so that I can get out of the space that I'm in, and so that I can kind of feel like I need to see in my 3D reality that things are different. So for some of you, they're trying to save up some money so they can take you on a little getaway. I am seeing specifically Vegas. I don't know why. So maybe this person wants to go somewhere flashy, somewhere with gambling and slot machines. Ooh, now Spirit is showing me, oh my goodness, an elopement. It's so odd. I'm looking at this getaway card. I'm realizing they're both wearing white, as if they did, just get married or something like that. So this person could be trying to save up enough money to secure you, make you a big fat love offer that you can't refuse. Spirit, where are they at now? What is going on with this person now? Okay. Yeah, it's not all bad. You know, not gonna lie, I feel like now that they don't have you to kind of not enable them, but to support them, I feel like they're finally kind of locking in, not gonna lie. We have avoidance, journaling, and harmony. So I do feel like this person has come into a space of harmony with themselves, and they're starting to make peace with the situation. They're starting to journal about the things that they were avoiding. They could be even getting into like some talk therapy, talking with someone who can help them. Harmony, it says working well together, being in tune, building a deep trust. So I feel like this person is learning to understand and trust themselves and also their partner, because this love fear that they have, you know, it's not gonna work to secure a child. It's not gonna work to go in the same loop. It's like they have to get on the straight and narrow, and they're finally coming to the realization that, okay, I'm just gonna have to handle this situation properly if I'm gonna hope that it can work out in my favor. Avoidance, it says scared to face the truth, living in denial, and running away from pain. So I feel like this person is finally coming to a space of awareness, and still trying to throw whatever they can at the wall, see if it sticks. You know, first it was a baby, then it's a getaway, then it's making more money. But I feel like every time they try to make some big crazy move or take some big gamble, they return to the truth that they kind of just need to really work on themselves. We have gifts of love here. So I also see that this person is realizing how much you have positively impacted them. And I see a gift coming from this person to you to show you their appreciation, to show you that they realize how much value you have brought into their life. Gifts of love, it says a token of affection, giving and receiving, embracing what you have. So they're practicing gratitude, showing up more grateful. You listen, next time you see this person, they could be super chilled out. They could be in a super chilled out energy. But it's a process. They're going through all the phases of grief. You know, I don't know what they all are, but denial, anger, sadness, like they're going through all of them. Journaling, it says creative release, keeping track of patterns and exploring your feelings. So I'm picking up that maybe some of you showed that this person a technique that they could use that could help them, and help them out of that like loop that they were in. And this person, for some of you, is coming towards you with a gift to show you how much they care for you and how much they realize that you helped them and how dedicated you were to trying to be there for them. Spirit, what are their next moves? Oh, wow. We got the Lovers card. You know, this is one of those rare situations where I feel like things really can work out with that storybook ending, if we can be patient enough for it. We got the Lovers card with the Page of Cups reversed, so that's them fully recognizing how they have been misled in the past by their own mental trappings. I feel like this is them taking accountability for the role that they've played, and they're saying, all right, you know what, Page of Cups reversed, instead of just trying to get under another partner, be with another person, self-soothe, I'm going to try to lock into this healing, this journaling. And you know, with the Lovers card, maybe we can still have a future. Maybe we can still find love. Maybe I can still tap into this connection that Spirit placed into my life for a reason. So they're trying to be positive and they're trying to work through it at this point. And honestly, I do see them turning over a new leaf. Spirit, what else can you tell us today? Okay, so we have being in the flow. So Spirit is telling you really just to go with the flow. The bottom of the card, it says, I'm in flow with the universe. So Spirit's like, listen, you just lock in. I'm always sending you signs, signals, affirmations even, but I'm always giving you, you know, different downloads and understandings. You just continue to lock in with the universe. If I'm calling you to move, definitely still do that. Do not be influenced by what they're doing and, you know, their personal transformation, because that is something that really has to do with them. That's just positively impacting you. It'll positively affect your relationship, this person to go through their transformation, but Spirit is saying that's not your job. You've already transformed yourself, and some people, they can transform through the guidance of other people, but some people, they have to go through it, or they'll be stubborn. They won't get it. You ever meet a kid like that where it's like they just don't listen until they bump their head, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, all of a sudden they don't go over there anymore. Oh, you don't want to touch the oven no more. It was hot. You got to burn. Like I said, you were gonna get a burn, right? And then they learn, and they don't go near it. This person, they may be a little bit hard headed, okay, and you may have to gentle parent them. So, don't jump in and try to fix things. Let them go through this, especially since we're seeing that this is what's causing this, deep transformation with this person. Even more reason not to try to fix it for them. Let them go through this, whole process. And like I said, I see a lot of potential with this connection, especially with the lovers coming out near the end. I feel like you guys can have one of those crazy kind of stories where it's like, we had this crazy toxic relationship. Even at a certain point, we had our own fears, our own worries. We were, started in this world at a disadvantage. Maybe we connected on our parents divorcing or on experiencing betrayal in relationships. We have some commonality. And even with all of that, both of us transmuted, and both of us really ended up better than ever. This can really be one of those situations. But on your end, Spirit's like, be in flow with the universe. Don't go into fixer mode. They are one of those people that, they benefit a lot more. They learn things a lot deeper, a lot quicker by going through it. That's what I got for us today, collective. My Etsy shop is in the description if you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, manifestation candles that get burned on my altar. All that stuff is over there. And that's what I got for us today. I'll talk to you soon.